Americans are expected to spend $6 billion this year betting on the big game. That's more than the GDP of 58 countries around the world. No wonder Robert Kraft has a stake in DraftKings. Aside from how long Tom Brady's going to make out with his son after he wins his next Super Bowl, here are my top 5 prop bets for this year's big game. Before I begin, if you hate Tom Brady, hit that subscribe button. Number 5. Presidential bets. Ever since 1981, when President Trump was denied ownership of the Baltimore Colts, he has been a thorn in the NFL's side. This year, Vegas is having its turn with a little bit of fun. Some things you can bet on: how many tweets will the president send out? How many of those tweets will have a typo? Will the winning team accept the invitation to the White House? And last but not least, my favorite, what food will be offered at the White House? Number 4. The National Anthem over-under. Gladys Knight, the award-winning artist who claims her good looks are from God-given genes and clean living, is going to be performing this year's National Anthem. Vegas has set the odds at the over-under of 110 seconds. For reference, the 10-year average has been about 117 seconds for the National Anthem. Previous 2 years have hit the under. Pink hit 113 seconds, while Luke Bryant hit the 124-second under mark for his. In 2016, Lady Gaga had the under until she added an extra note to her anthem, which pushed her right over the top. Make sure you know what you're betting on this year. Number 3. What color will the Gatorade shower be for the winning team? I find it interesting that none is listed on there. Does that mean that there is no Gatorade in the jug? They're using Powerade? Or could it be that they just miss the coach entirely and don't get him wet? Also note, the longest shot here is green. Probably a nod at the Jets winning the Super Bowl as well. Number 2. Romo Stradamus. It's amazing that Tony Romo was able to accurately predict the plays that were coming out at the end of the AFC Championship game this past year. For those of you wondering, the Wall Street Journal reviewed all 2,599 plays that Romo called. He made 72 predictions and was right on 68% of them. To take that one step further, he made 16 predictions in the 5 Patriot games that he called and was right 69% of the time.
I got 69 touchdowns, if you know what I mean.
And number 1, probably my favorite of the prop bets, the SpongeBob bet. Steven Hillenburg, the creator of the popular kids show, passed away in November. Since then, there's been a petition signed by nearly 1.2 million people to have Sweet Victory, the song made famous by the Bikini Bottom Bubble Bowl, played at halftime. With Maroon 5 all but confirming this in their teaser trailer for the halftime show, there's been odds placed on whether or not there's going to be a costume for SpongeBob. And not just that, they have actually put odds on whether or not the person in that costume will kneel. So if you're into that, you can bet $20,000 at a chance to win $100. There you have it. Those are my top 5 prop bets for this year's Super Bowl. Let me know down below what you think are the best ones. As always, guys, go Jets.